If you want to know the best lesbian movies of 2023, you should definitely watch our picks for the top 10 lesbian movies of 2023. We hope you will enjoy the following ranking. Let us know your favorite in the comments, and make sure to subscribe to never miss a good movie again. Number 10. The Beautiful Summer. In The Beautiful Summer, we follow 17-year-old Genia, a quiet, curious girl on the edge of adulthood, living in post-war Italy. She spends her days trying to fit into the expectations of her conservative world. But everything shifts when she meets Amelia, a confident, free-spirited artist model who lives by her own rules. Drawn to Amelia's boldness and independence, Genia is pulled into a world she's never known, one filled with art, freedom, and feelings she doesn't yet understand. As their connection deepens, Genia begins to question what she wants, who she is, and what love can look like. This is not just a coming-of-age story, it's a portrait of emotional awakening and quiet rebellion. The Beautiful Summer explores the tension between safety and self-discovery, told through the eyes of a girl stepping into the unknown for the first time. Number 9. Eileen. Eileen is a slow-burn psychological drama set in 1960s Massachusetts. The story follows Eileen Dunlop, a withdrawn and isolated young woman working at a juvenile correctional facility for boys. Her daily routine is bleak, dominated by her alcoholic father at home and a grim work environment. Everything changes when Dr. Rebecca, a confident and charismatic psychologist, arrives at the facility. Drawn to Rebecca's bold energy and allure, Eileen finds herself pulled into a complex emotional connection that awakens desires she never allowed herself to feel. As their relationship deepens, subtle tension builds, revealing cracks in their dynamic and unsettling truths beneath the surface. Number 8. Silver Haze. Silver Haze follows Frankie, a 23-year-old nurse from East London, who's been carrying the trauma of a childhood fire that changed her life forever. She's tough, emotionally guarded, and trying to make sense of the pain that's never really gone away. While working at the hospital, Frankie meets Florence, a mysterious and emotionally intense woman battling her own demons. The two form a connection that's raw, passionate, and deeply personal. Their bond starts to crack open everything Frankie has buried: grief, rage, and the need for answers. The film dives deep into queer relationships, chosen families, and what it means to heal with someone else by your side. Number 7. Polarized. Polarized is a slow-burn romantic drama set in a small, divided farming town. The story follows Lisa, a young woman from a struggling white farming family who's trying to hold things together after her family loses their land. She ends up taking a job at a modern, urban-style farm where she meets Dahlia, a smart and driven woman of Palestinian descent, who's running the place with a very different vision for the future. Tensions rise when their cultural differences and Lisa's own internal biases create friction. But what starts out as conflict slowly shifts into something deeper and more complicated. The film explores identity, community, and connection in a place where change is hard and love doesn't always come easy. It's all about two women from opposite worlds, figuring out who they are and what they really want. Number 6. The Persian version. In The Persian version, we follow Layla, a sharp, confident Iranian-American woman who's always felt caught between two cultures, and now she's juggling even more. She's proudly queer, living in New York, and trying to keep her creative life on track. But when a big family event forces her back home to New Jersey, she's stuck under one roof with her super traditional Iranian family. And let's just say, things get messy. Her complicated relationship with her mother, Shireen, takes center stage, especially when a long-buried family secret comes to light. That's when Layla starts digging into her family's past, and what she finds challenges everything she thought she knew about herself. It's a funny, heartfelt story about moms, daughters, generational clash, and how being queer fits into all of that, especially when you come from a culture that doesn't exactly make space for it. Number 5. Friends and Family Christmas. In Friends and Family Christmas, we follow Donnie, a talented but stressed-out photographer juggling a packed holiday schedule. Things get even more hectic when her well-meaning but overbearing parents show up unannounced, putting extra pressure on her to get her life together. To dodge the awkward family conversations, She turns to Amelia, a smart, career-driven lawyer with a simple idea: pretend to be her girlfriend just for the holidays. Amelia, who's also tired of her own family's expectations, agrees. At first, it's all about keeping up appearances, but as they spend more time together, something real starts to build beneath the surface. This film mixes classic holiday rom-com vibes with a fresh queer twist, focusing on two women learning to trust, open up, and maybe find something they didn't even know they were missing. It's heartfelt, funny, and full of that cozy holiday charm, but with a modern edge. Number 4. So Damn Easygoing. Joanna is 18, broke, and has ADHD. She's trying to hustle some cash just to get her medication. Her dad is unemployed and not much help, so she's out there doing whatever she can to stay afloat. At the same time, she starts catching unexpected feelings for Audrey, a cool and confident girl in her class. This messes with Joanna's head not just because it's new and confusing, but because she's also dealing with all the chaos in her life. The movie follows her as she tries to understand what she really wants about love, about her future, and about herself. It's a coming-of-age story that's raw and real, centered around a teen who's figuring out her identity in the middle of personal and financial struggles. Number 3. Bottoms. Bottoms follows two lesbian best friends, PJ and Josie, who are total outcasts at their high school. They're awkward, kind of weird, and definitely not popular, especially with the girls they're crushing on. With zero social clout and nothing to lose, they come up with a wild idea: start a fake feminist fight club to get close to the hot cheerleaders. What starts as a dumb plan to get laid quickly spirals into something way bigger and messier than they expected. As the club grows and tensions rise, PJ and Josie have to deal with their lies, their friendships, and what they really want before graduation hits. It's bold, chaotic, and full of teen drama, but at its core, it's about friendship, identity, and figuring stuff out when everything feels upside down. Number 2. Nyad. Nyad tells the incredible true story of Diana Nyad, a former long-distance swimmer who, at 60 years old, decides to chase a dream she never let go of, swimming from Cuba to Florida, across 110 miles of open ocean. This isn't just about physical endurance, it's a story about grit, obsession, and second chances. Diana's journey is deeply personal, but she's not doing it alone. By her side is her best friend and coach Bonnie Stoll, who pushes her, grounds her, and stands by her no matter what. Their bond is strong, layered, and full of history. While the film isn't centered on romance, Diana's identity as a lesbian is woven naturally into the story, giving us a fuller picture of who she is. And number 1. Blue Jean. Blue Jean takes us back to 1988 in England, during a time when being openly gay could cost you your job, especially if you're a teacher. The story follows Jean, a reserved and private teacher who's hiding a big part of who she is. She's trying to keep her personal life separate from her work life, but that balance gets shaken when a new student shows up at school. This student's presence starts to blur the lines Jean's worked so hard to keep. At the same time, Jean is also trying to stay connected to her girlfriend and the local queer community, all while feeling the pressure of society's judgment. The movie dives into identity, fear, and the personal cost of living a double life. It's a quiet but powerful story about how far someone will go to protect themselves and what happens when they're finally forced to choose. Did we miss one of your favorites? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be notified of new content. Thanks for watching.